What if I tell you that before age 5, your baby doesn't really need ABCs? I know this feels strange, and how you feel every time you see another video of a toddler counting to 20, or a 3-year-old showing off the alphabet like a mini professor. But here's the truth most parents miss. What your child really needs isn't letters or numbers. It's you. Your attention, your voice, your presence. Those little everyday moments you barely notice, they're quietly shaping their brain, their confidence, and the way they'll relate to the world, far more than any early learning program ever could. And yet, so many parents get caught in a cycle of trying to do more the wrong way, which is exactly where the modern parenting trap begins. Chapter 1. The Modern Parent Trap. We live in a world that treats babyhood like a race, as if childhood is a competition, and the prize is bragging rights at family gatherings. You see kids identifying shapes, and you think, should mine be doing that? Am I already behind? Suddenly, you're adding pressure to your days, rushing to Amazon to buy magnetic letters and a learning tower, as if a single purchase can fix the quiet anxiety all parents carry. But this rush isn't coming from joy. It's coming from fear. Fear of failing. Fear of falling behind. Fear that your child won't be prepared for school or won't get the best start. The irony is that the real best start has nothing to do with academics at all. Because trying to teach too much too early doesn't make learning easier. It makes it harder. Your child needs a foundation first, one built on emotional security, curiosity, and connection. And that foundation doesn't come from letters. It comes from you. Chapter 2. What your child actually needs before age 5. If you've ever sat across from a toddler while trying to teach them something, you already know what happens. You point at a flashcard and cheerfully say, "A is for apple." And they stare at you. Maybe they smile politely. Maybe they wander away to go squish Play-Doh into the carpet. Maybe they pick up the flashcard and use it as a pretend phone. But what they don't do, at least not consistently, is learn the way we adults expect them to. And it's not because they're not smart. It's because the part of their brain responsible for structured learning, memorization, analysis, step-by-step processing, doesn't fully switch on until closer to age 5, sometimes even 6. Their brain at this stage is wired for something entirely different. Sensory exploration, emotional bonding, physical movement, and making sense of the world through touch, sound, and connection. Their biology is saying, "Teach me through experience," while we adults are whispering, "But what about ABCs?" Here's what most parents don't realize. When you push academic learning too early, it's like trying to plant seeds in frozen soil. The effort might be there, the intention might be beautiful, but the conditions aren't ready. A toddler can repeat letters, sure, like a parrot repeats words, but that's not understanding. It's memorized noise, easily lost the moment stress or overstimulation creeps in. That's why so many parents think, "But he knew this yesterday," right before their toddler throws the flashcard across the room and asks for snacks. And here's the twist that surprises most people. You can't hotwire development. You can't accelerate the parts of the brain that aren't built yet. But you can strengthen the parts that matter most, the parts that become the foundation for everything that comes later. Focus, emotional regulation, curiosity, social understanding, confidence. These are the real pre-academics, and they grow like wildflowers when the environment is right. Let me paint a picture. A mom sits on the floor with her 3-year-old. Flashcards spread everywhere. She's determined. After all, every video says, "Teach ABC early." She points to a letter. He wiggles. She points again. He giggles. She insists. He melts down. She feels exhausted, confused, guilty, like she's somehow behind. But the truth is, nothing's wrong with him, and nothing's wrong with her. What's wrong is the expectation. His brain isn't asking for letters, it's asking for connection. Contrast that with a different scene. A dad and his toddler sitting on the kitchen floor, cooking pretend soup with wooden spoons. They laugh, they talk, they stir imaginary ingredients. And without noticing, this toddler learns new words, practices turn-taking, builds creativity, strengthens attention span, and forms deeper emotional trust, all without a single flashcard. That's the difference between development that sticks and development that slips away. When toddlers learn through relational experiences, the brain lights up in all the right places: memory, emotion, language, confidence. When they learn through pressure, the brain shuts down. Stress blocks understanding the same way fog blocks headlights. This is why early academics fall short, not because academics are bad, but because timing matters. Childhood has seasons. Ages 2, 3, 4. These are not seasons for performance. These are seasons for connection, imagination, play, and emotional grounding. Build these parts strong, and academics later become effortless. But skip them, and academics become a lifelong struggle. So no, your toddler doesn't need ABCs before 5. They need something far more powerful, far more human, and far more transformative. You. Chapter 3. The 3-step parental attention process. If you've ever watched a toddler play, you'll notice something magical. They aren't trying to learn anything, yet they're learning everything at once. And the moment you step into their little world, even for a second, the entire atmosphere shifts. Their shoulders drop, their eyes light up, their movements slow down just enough to show you they're taking you in. This is where real development happens, and it happens so quietly that adults often miss it. The process isn't complicated. In fact, it's probably the simplest method you'll ever follow. So simple that it doesn't feel like a method at all. It feels like being human with your child. It begins with something instinctive. You follow their lead. Not because you're giving up authority, but because their curiosity is the compass of early development. If they're rolling a toy car back and forth, you gently sit beside them and roll yours too. No instructions, no showing them the right way, no turning it into a teaching moment. Just joining their world with quiet interest. And something happens inside them. They feel seen. Their play deepens. Their attention grows. Suddenly, the 2-minute game turns into 10, and their brain is building focus without you ever saying the word concentration. Then comes the second rhythm, one that parents underestimate because it feels almost too ordinary. You narrate. Not like a teacher, but like a companion walking through the day with them. You're stacking the blue block. Oh, it fell. Let's try again. You found the tall one. Your voice becomes the bridge between their actions and their understanding. You're not quizzing or testing. You're simply describing the world as they experience it. And in these small descriptions, their vocabulary blooms naturally. Their brain begins connecting words to actions, emotions to moments, ideas to reality. It's the most organic form of learning, the kind that sticks. Chapter 4. Why this method works so well. The reason this works is deceptively simple. Your child learns best when they feel safe. They explore more when they feel seen. They focus longer when they feel connected. And they absorb more when their nervous system is calm. Every time you engage with them in a warm, responsive way, you're shaping their brain, literally. You're building the architecture that supports future language, reading, and emotional strength. Kids who feel secure during early childhood step into learning with confidence rather than fear. And that confidence becomes the engine that carries them through every milestone. The ABC song can wait, but connection builds the child who will understand it. Chapter 5. The biggest challenge parents face. The hardest part of this isn't understanding the method. It's living it in the middle of real life. You're tired. You're busy. You're overstimulated. Some days you feel guilty for not doing enough, and other days you feel guilty for doing too much. And then your toddler asks you to play again for the 12th time, and you wonder if you're allowed to hide in the bathroom for 2 minutes. But here's what parents forget. You don't need hours of perfect attention. You don't need to be a full-time entertainer. You don't need to fill every minute with meaning. All your child needs is consistency, not constant attention, just responsive attention. A few good moments, a few shared laughs, a few soft, "I see you" glances. These are the moments that matter. And once you let go of the pressure to be perfect, parenting starts to feel lighter. Chapter 6. The real ripple effect no one expects. When you shift from teaching letters to building connection, something remarkable starts to happen. And not just with learning. Your child becomes calmer during the day. Their tantrums reduce because they feel emotionally anchored. They play longer because they trust you'll reconnect when they need it. Meals get easier. Transitions get smoother. Even the small things, putting on shoes, brushing teeth, getting in the car, become less of a battle. And here's the unexpected part. When daily stress drops, nighttime improves too. A child who feels secure learns to settle faster. Parents don't expect this, but emotional safety during the day often leads to better sleep at night. And if sleep still isn't smooth? Don't worry, we've already covered that. The Korean baby sleep method exists for a reason, and that video will guide you through every step if bedtime still feels like a wrestling match with a tiny, adorable octopus. Chapter 7. The bottom line, and your new peaceful truth. Before age 5, your child doesn't need a stack of educational apps, color-coded flashcards, or a preschool-style curriculum in your living room. They need presence. They need connection. They need the calm, curious, responsive version of you. Not the perfect parent, just the present parent. Because your voice builds their language. Your face builds their emotions. Your attention builds their confidence. Your interaction builds their brain. The alphabet is just a code they'll decode easily once the foundation is solid. But you are the real foundation. And once you start seeing yourself as the curriculum, everything gets easier. Parenting becomes gentler. Learning becomes natural. And your child grows in the way children have always grown best, through connection, curiosity, and the safety of being loved.